from PRX.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for a podcaster who's going to be paging through the past, slowly and surely, picturing pillowy play sets in their mind, barely, trying to remember stuff and stuff like that. And you say, what? Wait, this is a what? I'm sorry. What is the Oh, well, it's time for Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. Hey, everybody, it's Scoots. As we get towards the end of the year here, I wanted you to think about, hey, how have you been using Sleep With Me over 2020 and 2021? How many episodes do you listen to a week? How do you listen? Do you listen all night? Do you listen to an episode on a sleep timer? Do you listen to just the intros? Do you just listen to the stories? And here's another question. Do you want more? Do you want more content? And do you want to feel like you're a part of something more? If those answers are yes, or you say, well, I don't know, Scoots, check out our Patreon, sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. Check out our membership. $10 and $20 patrons are getting 5 nights of content a week, story-only episodes, all intro episodes, Ray episodes, Great British Bake Off fact episodes, Fearless Flyer episodes, and you could get all that at the $10 and $20 level. You could save by being an annual patron, and then if you're at the $5 level, you get ad-free episodes twice a week and story-only episodes twice a week. But if you really like all intros, you like listening to story-only stuff, you like Ray, you want more and more content, think about becoming a $10 or $20 patron. Go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron, sign up. You will be blown away. You can listen in the same podcast app most of the time as you already listen to the free show in. In the $10 and $20 feed, I don't even know, there's over 1,000 episodes. You could go all the way back to episode 2 as a $10 and $20 patron and listen to some stuff that's a little bit more make your face blush. So think about signing up, sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. If you get a lot of value out of the show, you want more, and you want to be a part of something more, be a rebel with a cause, pay for a free podcast, sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. Sleep With Me podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. And we talk about BetterHelp a lot on this show. And this month I'm discussing some of the stigmas around mental health. I use therapy every single week. And there's this thought out there that you should wait to go to therapy until things get really unbearable. And that just isn't true. Therapy is a tool you could utilize before things get worse. And it can help you to avoid those lows. It's a part of my ongoing well-being. And, I am a real believer in therapy. And in the past, I've heard people teaching the idea that mental health, it shouldn't be a priority in your normal life. You should wait until something comes up, but that's wrong. You take care of your body at the gym, you watch what you eat, you go to the doctor for checkups, and focusing on your mind and your emotional well-being is just as important. And believe me, I'm talking from experience, and also from experience of recommending BetterHelp to people in my life because it's so accessible. It's so easy to use. It's so easy to get started. It's so easy to go past some of those stigmas and to prioritize your well-being. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try to see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy, and Sleep With Me listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sleepwithme. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/sleepwithme. Thanks, everybody. Sleep With Me is brought to you by Progressive. Have you tried the Name Your Price tool yet? It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. It's easy to start a quote, and you'll be able to find a rate that works for you. It's just one of the many ways you could save with Progressive. Get your quote today at Progressive.com and see why 4 out of 5 new auto customers recommend Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. All right, everybody, it is time for the Sleepy Supporter Zone. The one part of the podcast I need you here. It's where I pop my peas. If you please, I thank the listeners who supported the sponsors. That's really how we're able to be here for you for free twice a week. And I'm looking for people who supported the sponsors and shared about it on social media, called the sponsors, sent them an email, sent them a letter. Particularly as you're doing your holiday shopping this season, check out our sponsors at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsors. So many great gifts out there. Gifts you could get for have someone give you, or you could get for someone in your life. Check out our sponsors. Fill out the form at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsors. And I'll try to thank you here on the Sleepy Supporter Zone. What's next? Oh, you getting the support you need. There's links to resources in our show notes, international resources you could connect with right now if you're having a tough time. It's also about supporting the members of our community, saying Black Lives Matter, saying stop AAPI hate with our actions. There's links to resources of organizations that you can support and learn more from right in our show notes. And it's about supporting our broader community with other actions. And I'm looking for organizations that supported you in 2020, 2021, or that you supported. So please let me know about them. You could use a contact form at our website. It's a great way to get a hold of me. And now, Mr. Bard, what do you say? Who helps out on the show?
This posty poster son sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes. Carl W. the legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the mystery bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at JonathanMann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support dear Scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Anna like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks, Mystery Bard. Don't forget, get in those sleep phones orders. Don't miss out on the holiday rush there. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones. What do you say we slow it down and get on with the show? Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing? Trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do with a bedtime story. All you need to do, or could do if you so choose, is to get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever's keeping you awake, whether that's thoughts you're thinking about, feelings, anything you're feeling physically or emotionally. So thoughts, feelings, physical sensations. So stuff coming up for you, you're thinking about, you're feeling, or you're physically experiencing, or it could be other stuff, anticipation, work, clocks ticking, I don't know, anything, whatever's keeping you awake. Temperature changes, oh boy. Humidity changes, all those things. It could be something else, but whatever it is, I'd like to take your mind off of that. And what I'm going to do, or what I again propose to do, is create a safe place by sending my voice across the deep, dark night. I'm going to use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones. Oh, so creaky are my dulcet tones that, you see, what is this I'm listening to? So creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, superfluous tangents. So I'm going to go off topic, get mixed up, then forget what I was saying, then say a bunch of words that may not sound like they make any sense or are connected. Then I'll go try to make a point. Then I'll come back and say, wait a second, I can't remember. What was I supposed to say next? That's pretty much what the whole show is like, just so you know right up front. And even this part of the show, I've seen recently a few different people who are waiting for it to get started. This is the show within a show. The kind of show is kind of already started. But yeah, the show is here to keep you company while you fall asleep. But here's a couple things that are hard if you're new to get used to, which is totally normal. Of course, getting used to a sleep podcast at all, if you're anything like me, you might be doubtful or skeptical. So I'm glad you're here. It's also just that this podcast is just not for everybody. Maybe it's the structure of the show. Maybe it's my creaky dulcet tones or my pointless meanders or my superfluous tangents or just my personality. It may not work for you, but most regular listeners, they've said over the past 7, 8 years I've been making the show, hey, it takes a few tries to get used to the show. And even recently as today, as someone said, you know, I listened to the show 40 years ago. I said, oh, that's not good. And then a friend recommended it, and then I went back and said, oh, okay, right, it's good. It's so not good, it's good. It's like a lukewarm beverage, really. Sleep with me. The lukewarm beverage is a beverage of podcasts, because you say, only in very specific circumstances with very specific beverages are you going to be like, give me a lukewarm glass of that good stuff. I'd be hard pressed to think of very many. I'd say something that has honey in it and herbal botanicals. And when I'm well, here's a great place to have, when you want to take care of your creaky dulcet tones, room temperature drinks are the best. They really are for recording a podcast the best. Not too hot, not too cold. So yeah, like a Bengal spice. That's a great one for recording a sleep podcast. And I'm like a Bengal spice iced tea or hot tea you've let reach room temperature. Oh boy, I'll take it 8 days a week. Bengal spice at room temperature, please. If I was on the Enterprise, and Picard would say, I'm sorry, you have to give and I say, well, you don't have brand name things? And they say, well, it's the future. And I say, okay, well, I don't know what to order then. Could I have a, whatever you're doing, like the hall of drink version of that? Room temperature, please. Oh, what is room temperature? You say, okay, never mind. I'll get back to my sleep podcast. So this podcast is not for everybody. You could always go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you to find other options. But for most people, it ends up working for. It still took 2 or 3 tries. So not exactly great news, but we're not dealing with regular daytime stuff here. I'm here trying to help you fall asleep. And actually, those are the other 2 things. This is a podcast, which I think you probably already figured out. You don't really listen to it. It's more here as background noise you kind of listen to, like a TV in a room 2 rooms over. When it's not getting on your nerves, like when you would be away in the summertime on vacation or something, or maybe your windows are open and somebody's listening 2 apartments over, but you're chilling and you're just listening. You can't quite hear what they're watching. You say, it sounds like it has a laugh track, or it sounds like it has some sort of running motors. This might be a race. It's either a movie with race cars or a laugh track. Here's something, because I almost said raft track. How come, like, remember there's the Space Casper Coast to Coast show. Here's something, free idea for a multinational corporation to take. Please compensate me. But how about Scooby-Doo? How about giving Scooby-Doo his own talk show? It might only be good for 1 episode. The Ruby-Doo, what was I talking about? So I went off way. Oh, I'm someone you don't really listen to. There you go. I mean, that just proves the point. And you say, Scoots, that idea comes up every decade and the show gets canceled either in pre-production or after 1 or 2 episodes. And it's, you're right. I guess it would be hard. Because I don't know who would interview people, because it would get monotonous. No offense, Scooby, but it would be tough. You're right. It would be, that's the kind of creative constraint I love, though, if it's prepaid, by the way. You know, if you're willing to, part with a few $100 million for an idea that's probably half rear-ended, that's the kind of creative constraint I could work on for your company, if you have the rights to that. Oh, but where was I? Oh, you don't really listen to me. You say, what kind of big ideas does Scoots come up with? Well, half the kind of ideas that would make somebody say rut row. Yeah, kind of idea that Scooby and Shaggy would come up with together after they bonked heads trying to reach for the same Scooby snack. But what was my point? Oh, don't really listen to me. Also, I'm not really here to put you to sleep. I'm only here to keep you company while you fall asleep. I'm here to be your boar friend, your boar bae, your boar cuz. I'm here just to be your boar buddy or your boar bestie. And that's the most important part of the show, kind of whether you're awake or asleep. I give you plenty of time to fall asleep. That's why the shows are over an hour, so you don't have to worry about that. But even if you can't sleep, I'm going to be here for you. That's really, really, really important to me. And I'm not even here in any serious way. I'm just here goofing around. But I know how it feels. That's why I make the show. I usually say this at the end, but the reason I make the show is because I know how it feels in the deep, dark night. And I want to help. And I also believe you deserve a good night's sleep. Your sleep is important. That's why I make the show. That's why it's important to me. That's why the show comes out twice a week instead of like twice a month, because I want you to, then you could, that's why, because your sleep and your rest is important. And if your life's better, that's the most wonderful thing that could ever happen, other than my daughter Sophia in my life, is helping you. So, and also getting, they say, Scoots, here's, where should we deposit that check for the Ruby Roo show? Oh, it's been canceled. Sorry, don't deposit that. Okay, so they'll make the show. Oh, structure. That's the other thing that for new listeners, that's kind of important to give you a heads up, but you really got to experience it a few times too. The show has a very specific structure. And part of that is that so the show can be free for anybody that wants it, and so it can come out on a regular basis, and so it eases you into bedtime so that it's not some quick gimmicky fix to help you fall asleep. It's more your bedtime companion. So the show starts off with a greeting, friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So I hope you feel seen and welcomed in. Then there's support for listeners. Then there's support for the podcast. Then there's an intro, which is part of the show. And this is the one that people, they say, well, why is it so long, the intro? When's the show get started? And I say, well, it's kind of part of the show. I mean, when else am I going to talk about these wild ideas that pop in my head that make no sense, that you don't need to listen to? So the intro is a chance for me to try to introduce the podcast ineffectively, get distracted in a way, but also just get you familiar with who you're dealing with. That's why it takes a couple times to get used to. And the podcast is not for everybody, but that's a good thing in the sense of like, I hope if it's not for you, I really hope you find something. But if it is for you, it's like, oh, I never knew this was the home I was looking for, the TV show I was looking for. I never thought, I would have thought that watching Scooby and Shaggy interview people at 3:30 in the morning would be entertaining at that time in that period of my life. I didn't expect it. Sleep with me is kind of like that. When you're here, you say, oh, okay, now I get that it's beyond my grasp. I like it. The intro is just part of that. I guess I went a little too highfalutin there. But the intro also, it doesn't just introduce the podcast, it introduces you every single night to bedtime in an easy way, a slow, and I got a couple of emails, like people that said, hey, I've been trying out all this different stuff, drawing at bedtime, playing the show while I brush my teeth, hooking, knitting, yarning. I don't know what the other one is, needlepoint, cross stitch, doodling, or just, stretching, or just lying in bed and getting comfortable. That's why the intro goes on and on and on, because for me, there's no falling asleep fast. Falling asleep fast is like a 15 to 25 minute process, because I got to unwind first and have a little distance from the day and from myself. That's what this podcast is here to give you. Now, there is 3% of people that start the show around 20 minutes. There's no real way to give you an exact time to skip ahead, so you could get story-only episodes on Patreon. The intro just goes on and on and on, but it's here to ease you into bedtime. But yeah, some people skip it, but a lot of people realize, oh, this is part of my bedtime routine now. I start the show, I get ready for bed, start to chill out. Then at the end of the intro is business. And then after the business is the story. Tonight it'll be looking at a toy catalog for the holiday season of toys I always like. A couple toys I had, a lot of toys I wasn't sure if I ever had or played with. It's a little bit, it's a detail, like it's a lot of detail, and then like just looking through a toy catalog and my thoughts about it. Something you could sleep to, I guess. So there's that, and then there's thank yous at the end. So that's the structure of the show. You heard why I make the show. I made it for you, hopeful of you, if it works for you. So give it a few tries. I'm really glad you're here. I really work hard. I really yearn and I strive, and I really hope I can help you fall asleep. Thank you again for coming by. And here's a couple of ways I'm able to do this for you for free twice a week. All right, everybody, it is time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Best Fiends, and it's the game I'm playing. You know I love Quincy, and I love hearing from listeners. Who's your favorite character? Who is your cutest Best Fiend? Best Fiend is an amazing game year-round, but I love the seasonal content. I always look forward to it, to see what they're going to come up with. And when you're looking for some holiday action for a break, you're waiting for somebody to come, you're waiting for a plane, you're waiting for a bus, somebody else is driving, or you just need a little you time. You need a little escape, but you want something that's challenging and fun. It's time for Best Fiends. Best Fiends has it all. Amazing storyline, collectible fiends, and tons of fun puzzles. It is quite possibly the best puzzle game out there. You can play it anywhere. You don't need Wi-Fi. Best Fiends has an offline mode, so you can play it whenever and wherever you want. So even if your holiday travels take you off the beaten path, you could still play Best Fiends. You could challenge the people in your life, or you could just challenge yourself when you need a little bit of fun. Like, and not to brag, I'm not as good as my mom. I am hoping to catch up with them. I think they're somewhere in the hundreds, but they don't have to worry. Best Fiends has literally thousands of levels with more added all the time. But let me know what level you're at. I'll double check and we'll see if we can compare notes, because there's always a fresh challenge waiting for me when I need a mental pick-me-up. Download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. It is time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Allform. You've heard me talk about how much I love my Helix mattress, and recently Helix left the bedroom. They started making sofas. They started a new company, Allform, and they are making the best sofas we've ever seen. And I want you to think about this because so many memories this holiday season are going to be made with my Allform. Drinking hot cocoa and watching holiday movies. Turning down the lights, looking at our holiday tree, listening to holiday music. That's all going to happen on our Allform sofa. What's so great about it, Scoots? Well, one, it's an easy way to customize a sofa using premium materials, but at a fraction of the cost of traditional stores. You get to pick your fabric, and the fabric is spill, stain, and scratch resistant. So you pick the sofa color, the color of the legs, the sofa size, and the shape. That way it fits you and your home. Allform has armchairs, love seats, all the way up to 8-seat sectional, so there's something for everyone. And it's so easy because Allform sofas are delivered direct to your home, fast, free shipping. You know, in the past, you had to wait forever, you had to set up delivery, you had to set up assembly. Now with Allform takes 3 to 7 days to arrive in the mail, and you can assemble it yourself in a few minutes. You don't even need any tools. And I picked out mine, and we have the Chase Lounge, we have the Ottoman, so there's plenty of room to get cozy. That's what the holiday season's all about for me, is spending time with my daughter and having these traditions and having a hub like our Allform sofa. And if getting a sofa without trying to store sounds risky, you don't got to worry. You get 100 days to try it and decide if you want to keep it. That's more than 3 months. And if you don't love it, they'll pick it up for free and give you a full refund. They even offer a forever warranty that's literally forever. And all you need to do to find your perfect sofa is go to allform.com/sleep. That's all allform.com/sleep. And Allform is offering 20% off all orders for our listeners at allform.com/sleep. So get over there and start picking it out. It's allform.com/sleep. Thanks, everybody. All right, but this is Scoots here, and so this is something we've done I've recorded a couple episodes. I think one came out, but this is the first two were supposed to be what hopefully this episode would be, which was a quest to find maybe a toy catalog that I looked at when I was a kid. And I've been excited about these catalog episodes because this really offers us a little bit different pace. I did want to clarify, in the other episodes, I explained what a catalog is. Before you could search for stuff on the internet, you had to page through paper pictures, but it was also a form of marketing. And, you know, sometimes there's a lot of complicated feelings, right, with consumerism and marketing and those things. But I did want to focus on one thing that's more in the gray area, which is, you know, there's anticipation. There's part of the marketing process where you say, okay, I'm not so sure about that, but there's also something about it, especially as a kid, like there's some things you would like that you know you're not going to get, or you know you can't have everything. And I don't know, even as a kid, the catalogs allowed you, at least for me, because I was a person that lived a lot of times in fantasy, to like, there was an element of FOMO for it, but there was also an element of reality. It's like, okay, I'm never going to have all of these action figures or whatever. And while I would like this toy, and I was exposed as I was preparing for this episode for one of the most wild toy adventure toys that ever, I said, I forgot that even existed. And I didn't check yet at the cost of it, but it was just something I would never get. I don't even know if I'd had space for it. Maybe some kid I hung out with did have it. But I don't know. There was also something pleasurable and joyful of looking through the catalogs. Or maybe you say, okay, Scoots, this is going to be in your 40 years from now. This will be a scene in your movie where people will look at it and feel sympathy for you. I say, well, I'm not so sure. I think you know what I'm talking about. You say, oh, boy, look at that thing. And and I think it's a gray area. Yeah, there's something you could say, okay, there's some positive aspects of it. There's some not positive aspects, but this is somewhere in between. And so I don't know. It's just been on my mind, and I'm excited about it. So the first thing I found, so I was looking up stuff from like in the 80s, early to mid 80s. And I'll link to all the websites I found. The first thing I found is this 1983 JCPenney Adventures in Toyland catalog. And I found this on plaidstallions.com. And I'll link to it. But it's just a comic book. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages. And it's drawings, which normally I would say this is not for me, because as a kid I like to see there was something about this process. So the people working on the design of these layouts, the photographers and the set designers, you know, they would put a lot of work into, and also getting kids to act, but also they would set the toys up in action positions. And for me, that was all part of the big process. So this is more cartoon versions of toys, but so I'm going to read through it. I'll try to quote and paraphrase. So the first page, it says JCPenney's Adventures in Toyland, and it has Twirly Curls Barbie saying, "Hi, Santa." She's only $9.99 with accessories. There's also My First Barbie, 4 mix and match outfits for $7.99. I don't see that Barbie there, though. There's 4 Barbies, but it doesn't say. Then there's Dream Date Santa, Glamorous Dress, and Angel Face Barbie. Oh, boy. So some of these you say, you look back, I say, I don't know about that. Those are both $9.99, though. I guess with inflation, that's like $30. So it seems like $9.99 is a great deal. But I mean, I don't know anything about inflation, but I'm just making a number up. And they're in Santa's sleigh. He's saying, okay, let's go see all the great toys and games we've got. So that's page 1. Page 2 was Charmkins. Not familiar with these Charmkins, so I guess my sister didn't play for it. They come in a music-type box. It's a house. Colorful floral scented friends that I can wear. So maybe there's competing brands. Maybe I remember these. $1.99 each. The Charmkins Collector's Jewelry Assortment, $3.49. I'm Lady Slipper. It's a ballerina, like music box watch. Wrist carousel ballerina dancer, $4.99. Charmkins Twosome, Johnny Jump Up, and Lazy Daisy. That's a boy riding a rocking horse, or it looks like $2.99. Again, these are drawings. Charmkins carry case is $7.99. That one looks like some sort of elven farmer. Then the Charmkins dollhouse fold up a pretty case, $19.99. Comes with 2 playmates too. So that's Charmkins. And then My Little Pony is still going strong. Again, I think this was a mistake because these ponies do not look as good as the toy ponies. No offense to the person that drew them. They just, it's funny that they just don't have the same, their hair looks limp and stuff. I don't know. Pretty Parlor. It doesn't say My Ponies. Maybe this is some sort of copy version. My Pretty Parlor has everything to groom, a brush, saddle, bridle, $11.99. That's a Blossom talking. Minty, Bluebell, Butterscotch, Cotton Candy. Whoa, my name is Shuzzle. I'm part of Hasbro's stable of My Little Ponies. Comb our long hair. You might want to get all 6 of us. We all come with our own ribbon and comb. How come these ones are $3.99? What's the difference? Maybe My Pretty Parlor comes with all those ones. I don't know. Then the show stable has everything we need to really horse around. And it comes with plus 1 pretty pony and our pet dog Twinkle. Okay, next page is Legos. It looks like, Lego Space Surface Explorer, $7.99. A liftoff space system vehicle with 3 space patrol people, $4.99. A supply station, $19.99. Then go down to Lego Town. There's different vehicles to be used in running a town, $4.99. And then the Universal Building Set, $14.99. There's even a windmill on display. What is this here? Constructs. So this is Lego's competitor. Then it looks like we have some Fisher-Price stuff. Maybe this is all Fisher-Price. Construct Set is a Sealand Adventure. It's like some sort of boat you'd play with in the tub, $5.99. Looks pretty fun. Then from Fisher-Price Constructs a Building System, $3.99. Comes with a construction man. The action vehicle set for this is just Fisher-Price action vehicle set. Still Constructs. Oh, I remember these ones, though. Okay, Constructs is different than Legos. We had this, we didn't have this particular set, but we definitely had Constructs because I recognized the blue. They were put together. It was a bit like a girder. It was a girder system, not girders or girdles, but girders. And I don't know if this was I remember playing with these. And also, don't listen to me, kids, putting them in my mouth, which you should never do. I mean, it wasn't a toy I played with a lot, but so I don't know if it was mine or one of my siblings. But the action vehicle set was $7.99. Drag racing set, $3.99. Then we get into more Fisher-Price toys on the same ad. The Alpha Star trailer goes forward, stops with the push of a button. Space Cruiser and A Friend from Outer Space for $24.99. Uses D batteries. Then Bright Blocks and More from Fisher Price. That's like wooden block set, $8.99. And then Filler Up, Gas and Go Center. Has neat wind-up operation, includes tools and oil can, $13.99. And then we're into Return of the Jedi. These prices are into wild. And like I said, I always fantasize about getting a Grammarian Guard. I can't believe the pricing. I guess so with, considering the cost at the time, you're talking. So there's a Jabba the Hutt play set with the tail. It comes with its pets. It doesn't come with the Rancor, I don't think. $14.99. Figures not included. I mean, Jabba the Hutt obviously comes with it on his throne. Then there's a Y-Wing. Approaching target and can fire stuff, and a laser, $21.99. Needs to see batteries, 2 of them. Then a Stormtrooper on a speeder bike, $6.99. Blow apart assembly, I remember that. Then Return of the Jedi Ewok Village playset, $19.99. Then all the figures, they have Ewok, Luke from Return of Jedi, Lando in Undercover Character. That was one of the cooler characters. $2.99. Grammarian Guards, Jabba's interpreter, and a Stormtrooper, like from the Ewok planet. Okay, then He-Man, again, another set of toys I never got into because you kind of chose. Though I don't know if anybody in my family, I mean, we had a few He-Man. He-Man was good for the bathtub. You wanted to take a bath with somebody, take a bath with He-Man. You definitely remember playing with some He-Man toys, but probably also the price point. I mean, He-Man was bigger and more expensive. So He-Man was also known as the Master of the Universe. Maybe that was another reason. Castle Grayskull, $26.99. It's 18 inches. Rumor has it there's levels that hold things, secret doors, laser cannon, power sword. The siege is on. Then 1 Point Dread with my Talon fighter. And that's He-Man's rival, who I don't think I can say his name. $16.99. His fighter looks like a bird. He's even holding something in its talons. Then, who's this? Panther Battle Cat. Figure not included. There is a figure riding on its back. I think that was He-Man's sidekick. It comes with armor. Victory will be mine. $5.99. Then He-Man's vehicle is known as the Attack Track. I thought this was cool. I mean, I didn't play with it, but it had these interesting wheels. That was $16.99. These 2C batteries, figure not included. Then He-Man Heroic Warriors, $4.99, 5.5 inches tall. Or the villains, the same price, $4.99. So that's a little He-Man action. Then G.I. Joe, which I did play with. G.I. Joe and the commander, we'll call him. There was a chopper. But again, this is hard to look at because it's drawing, so I can't really identify any of this stuff. I don't think we had the chopper. That was with Wild Bill, $12.99. Then there was a Sky Striker jet. We may have had, my brother may have had that in 1999. There's a tank, 12. This is like, hey, kids, be prepared. You know, let's learn to love the military-industrial complex early. It's a combination of the industrial toy production and the military complex. And I said, I'm all in. There was 40% in. I played with Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Autobot, whatever those GoBots, Fisher Price, and other random toys all together. and, Legos and other stuff. Okay, this is a motorized battle tank, 2D batteries, that's $21.99. Troop transport amphibious character can hold up to 28 people, $12.99. I thought that was cool. Then there's a Jeep, $8.99. That's it, $8.99. Wow. Then these G.I. Joes are not expensive. They're scuba diver, sweeper, Arctic, medic, Marine, Cobra Commander, Destro, Major Bud. Oh, Commander, Destro, Major Bud, just a regular old trooper. Those are all $349, which I guess, again, is like $12. So, big wheels and roller skates here. So, Radio Flyer, like a red wagon, $29.99. Then a metal tricycle, $24.99. AMF trike, fiery red. Then you get in, then a night room. This is kit ready for a Night Rider power cycle. So this is like a plastic tricycle, and they were considered cooler for some reason because plastic was the coolest thing back then. It comes with a instrument panel, motor sound too, $24.99. I think I know somebody that had one of those. There was no actual electronics on it. Then a Masters of the Universe Mighty Cycle with dragon detailing, $24.99. Then there was Fireball roller skates, urethane wheels, $18.99. And then a Smurf roller derby Smurf skate, $12.99. Then Vectrex, this is electronics. I never heard of this thing. Vectrex has exciting cartridges for everybody. Or maybe they go with some other thing. I don't know if Vectrex was a thing. Pole Position, Star Wars Scramble, $29.95. Melody Master or Animation, $29.99. Crazy Coaster, 3D, $29.99. Oh, yeah, this was some sort of system. It never made it, I guess. Vectrex computer system puts action on your screen. Laser sharp graphics, better than TV. $89.95. The controller with a 360-degree joystick, $34.95. A light pen with Art Master cartridge, $34.95. And then a 3D imager, 3D action in full color with 3D game, $44.95. This is by the General Consumer Electronics Company. So that's it for that catalog. Then we're going to look at the 1985 Sears Wish book. Maybe we started looking at, I don't know if this is when we started looking at it before and then never got to the toys. But just to give you an idea what this catalog is, so I have it from one of these catalog control companies. It has 647 full color pages. I mean, that's that's everything. Well, I just saw a glowworm. So it starts off, now a few hundred pages are for adults and, clothes and boring stuff. Consumer electronics, page 25 has a TV. Right now I'm just looking at the thumbnails. Pajamas go through page 70. Maybe even further. Then casual wear, jewelry. This is kind of what we went through. Kids' clothes, winter clothes. Wow, I'm having flashbacks, man. Catalog flashback. It's worse than any other flashback I've had from other stuff. Catalog flashback, man. Can't take it. Then stuff for your game room, exercise equipment, sleeping bags. I remember us going through the sleeping bags. Then we're getting into electronics, toys. I guess we should make the sponge here right around. Let's go in at page 445. I can't see what it is, so. Oh, it's a DC superhero playset. This is 1985. Oh, yeah, I remember this was, there must have been an animated show on then. And it has, says superheroes to the rescue. Comes to the Hall of Justice place. That's $27.99. Figures are $4.99. And color-rich plastic, 4.5 inches tall. Supermobile. But I didn't play with any of this stuff. Wait, some of these characters. Oh, new at Sears, Inspector Gadget, $14.99. Comes with a bunch of stuff, too. Push a button, a hand pops out. Push another button, spring-loaded, legs extend. Real trench coat and all accessories included. Let's just see who else we have. Any famous... I have not, at the time I'm recording this, watched the Zack Snyder cut. I keep trying to talk my daughter into it. You get the Penguin, the Joker. Who's this? 11? I don't know. 11, somebody, it looks like they have a built-in typewriter built into their villain. Callie Bach, Boulder, Superpowers vehicle. So those are DC. Then robots. Oh boy, I used to dream about this thing. I forgot all about it. The Omnibot 2000. I used to always want one of these. Let's see how much they are. Wow, $500. $449.99. The Omnibot can bring you things, serve drinks. It was just a remote control car with a remote control arm, like I talked about on the last one. Then they have Max Steel for $499. Then Omnibot, just regular, that's $229. And then Chatbot. Whoa, boy, listen to this one. This one's only $60. Chatbot records and delivers 30 seconds of messages and brings back an answer. So this was like a drop-in on one of those speakers. It was like a tape recorder that you could tape something and then say, hey, come to dinner. And they'd say, hey, coming back. Never saw a commercial for that I remember. But the Omnibot, that's $449. Flashing eyes, moving head, 7-day, 24-hour timer, rechargeable battery, comes with a charging unit. And then Max Steel, you could guide him to bring you a snack, play music, wake you up, or play games. He has 140-word vocabulary. Max Steel does not, I would not try, like, I definitely, Omnibot maybe. Oh, they have another page of cheaper robots. Oh, I also remember this one. There was a bird robot, Hootbot, is a bird, that's $14.99. Flapping wings, tapping feet, waddles away on the ground. Maybe we had that one. Then a few other ones. Then some sort of, like, I don't know if those were by Legos. They had, like, Lego robots, or if they're another company. Can't quite read the writing. Oh, then GoBots. So GoBots were a cheaper version of, Transformers. They were all plastic. They didn't have any metal. You could, like, I had a definite, they also had a TV show, and that's all I really remember about them. I watched both shows. Oh yeah, I had this one. It was, I think me and my brother had a few of these ones on this page here. So they were less expensive. So actually, maybe some of them were metal. Die cast, they used to call that. Let's see. Well, they had the GoBot headquarters was only $24.99. Then Zod, $16.99. That thing must be huge if it's $16.99. I don't see it though. What number is that? Number 2. I don't see it in. Oh, that thing's $16.99. It must be out of scale then. I don't know, but now I can see why these GoBots didn't. Then you had a pop-up one, another one, $8.99. They had some serious names, too. Carrying case, $6.99. All these ones are not good, they're up to no good. And I was like, wait a second, I had that one. Okay, then we're on, this is more GoBots. Oh, I think the GoBots could also go together. That was one thing I dreamed of. I never got to that point. So that was the difference, I think, between GoBots. GoBots said, hey, let's take all these ideas because there was Voltron at the time, who was the defender of the universe. So GoBots, I think you could make a GoBot, all the GoBots could fit together if you bought enough of them into a giant robot. Friendly Power Warrior set, 24 connecting power suits into one awesome Power Warrior, $29.99. The Puzzler turns into 6 separate GoBots, $26.99. Command Center. Wow, there's like GoBots that turned into binoculars. I actually had bought, when I was too old again, a transformer that would transform into a what do you call it? A microscope. I don't know, and it worked, I think. But yeah, this is, I don't know which company came first. To be honest, I'd have to watch it to see, because it probably, they say, oh no, GoBots was first, Transformers. And I say, okay, fair enough. I didn't know. Okay, here's Transformers, which are robots in disguise. They had a couple watches. The Autobot Defense Base, $39.95. Then Transformers watches were $15. Thrust, Dirge, Grimlock. Grimlock was a famous one. Oh, those were the Dinobots. Slag and Swoop. Those were $12.99. We didn't have any of those three, but we definitely had. Oh, yeah, so here we go. There was ones that played tapes and music. That was another one I wanted. Optimus Prime was a leader, $23.99. Kind of wanted Optimus Prime just because he was like, he got on my nerves, but triple changing ones. Blitzwing, $11.99, or Astro Train, $11.99. Where's Corvette and Inferno? Those were $9.99. Where's 9 and 10? Oh, Autobot Radio Communicator, $19.99. I think those you could play tapes, or maybe they were fake tapes, but they look pretty cool. They look like cassette players. Or maybe they just changed into those ones. You can always go on a ride at, where's Starscream? 4 and 5. Oh, those Thrust and Dirge. I may have had one of those two. I may have had Dirge. No. Oh, yeah, now we got into more. I had, oh boy, this one I had 14. Definitely had that one. Don't see the price on it, though. Maybe it was on the other page. It was a purple. It had purple. Also had a train. Oh, yeah, these were the ones that triple changed. It could change from a plane to an Autobot to a tank. And then I think my brother had the one that changes from a train into a space shuttle. I guess the Autobots could do the same thing as the GoBots and go into one big thing. Oh, here's the one that could change into 18. Oh, and I think one of my brothers had 20. Wow, a lot of these we had. So this must have been the year I was playing with a lot of them. So let's go through this a little bit more. Triple Changer. Those were like Forest Friends. Those were $19.99. Borgon. Yeah, 16. Oh, no, that's 23. A Dolphin. The Machine Dolphin, $39.99. Arega. Where's 18? I guess you got to go back one page. Let's just look up 14, 15, and 18. Maybe that page isn't there, though. Oh, yeah, here we go. 14, Blitzwing. Oh, yeah, maybe that's one I had. An Astro Train my brother had. Oh, yeah, the Autobot microscope. But that was only $13.99. I bought that one with my own money, I think. So, Devastator, $34.99. What the heck is that one? Devastator. Oh, maybe it's, I don't know which one that was, but 20 was 20 was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 construction vehicles that then you could make into a big robot. I remember somebody had that and we played with it. And then there was a couple ones that turned it. This must have been the year. This was a good year. Thanks, Mom and Dad. 1985, I guess. Then Voltron. Here we go. Right in there. Voltron Had Voltron and I didn't play with any Voltron toys, but I watched the show. Voltron, you could buy Voltron. It would come apart to 5 lines, $34.99. You could also buy them separately for $7.99. Voltron Castle, $49.99. The Voltron, Mighty Morphin and Voltron are similar. There's there's a lot of different things of this version. Voltron Force, which can each fit into its own line. Those were $15.99, I think, for everybody or each one. A remote-controlled Voltron line, a giant one, was $40. A deluxe Voltron 3, $69.99. That's from Matchbox. 12 Voltron 1, so I guess you could get different models of Voltron. I remember they come out with different ones at different times. What I liked about Voltron was the show was way more out there. Some of the other stuff. This toys I don't remember. Warriors of Symbion. Never heard of it. Oh well, no, take that back. They were like toy puppets. I don't remember the show. But I remember some of the toys had puppets, so I remember that part. Hive, H-O-I-V-E house. From across the galaxy orbits Symbion, home of the Secateurs. Forest friends and humans work together. Now you can experience this strange world, the Hive and its inhabitants. So yeah, there was, the house was $47. And then some of the other things were different prices. I just remember I don't remember anything about it other than those puppet toys. Okay, here we go. This is the most, and no offense to any kids that had this, because I'm definitely jealous. This is the biggest toy thing I've ever seen. I'm guessing, let's just take a guess, it's $99.99. It's a G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. It's bigger than the boy in the picture. So I want to see how much that is. And there's a couple other G.I. Joe things. It's on the next page, so I guess prices. Okay, here it is. Oh, boy, I was $10 more than I guessed. New at Sears, the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier is over 7.5 feet long. Comes with a fuel trailer, towing vehicle, arrestor cable, hook, elevator, sound system, and more. Comes apart for easy storage, $109.99. Then the toy I wanted is on this page that I bought. This was something I bought for myself because it was just more expensive than other stuff. It was $24.99. The hovercraft. That was I just wanted to play with that in the bathtub. There was also what's that one? Hydrofoil. $18.99. Bridge layer. I don't think we had that, but I remember. Maybe my cousin had that, $14.99. Crimson Twins, they were cool. They had a cool character arc. $3.99. Snowcat, my brother had that, I think, $9.99. Maybe a couple years before that. 6-pack of figures, $19.99. What else we got? Helicopter. Well, here's one that's on sale, $20. The Bigfoot vehicle with 8-wheel drive. It looks like it was just never popular. $4.99. Yeah, so they had some remote control stuff that looks like it was not as popular. They have like a second shot of the back. Oh, this must have been a 2-page spread. That's why. So they show all the stuff that came with the thing. It doesn't come with the jet, though. I don't think, which is kind of, oh yeah, if you want the jet, if you wanted that, was $29.99. So this kind of like would stink if you had the aircraft carrier, but you didn't have any aircraft. Oh yeah, then they have the ship, number 7, did I have that toy? So yeah, we'd acquire these toys somewhere between when I was like 16 and 6, platform, their jet, $9.99, a 2-speed thing, Oh, that $9.99. Maybe we had that. Like I said, I played with Elias Toys through the commercials in these catalogs. Then they have the He-Man stuff. Some of this looks interesting to me. It looks like they have some sort of very surreal. Number 9, we're going to have to look up because it's very, very surreal. Also number 15, because it's a 2-page spread. So I'm going to go to the next page here. Whoa, and number 18. He-Man, I know I wasn't into it that much, but it was kind of trippy. 27 deluxe vinyl carrying case. I already forgot the numbers I was supposed to remember. So they had He-Man's house, was $29.99. Oh, then this one, is that 9? Bridge, tunnels. This one was a special mountain, it comes with a rebate, so you could get it $4 off, $44.99. Then they had different vehicles, that were like $10 to $20. And then another one, another building. Oh boy, there's some trippy characters here, man. $28.99 for the Zone. This must have been like a reboot after they took, like this seems like a different crew. Oh wait, yeah, number 22. Let's see who some of these people are. Oh yeah, like there's Grizzler, Leech, Hordak, Thunderpunch, MODOK, Mantenna. Mantenna looks pretty like cool. 24 interchangeable. And there's also just when, oh, the heck is that 26? Oh yeah, they even had He-Man's enemy had something to take on the beach. They had adventure books, hardback, 48-page illustrated pages with $1 rebate. Those books were $5.99 each. Also had a challenge Hot Wheels loop-de-loop, number 28. How much is that? $9.99. 20-inch tunnel, jump panels, vehicle. And one of my brothers was into Hot Wheels, Daniel, I think. Okay, then we get into the Jedi stuff. Very similar to what we looked at earlier. But some stuff we didn't see. So we have 8 through 14. Oh, 1 through 7. Let's start that. Jabba. That's $9.99. Sears exclusive was a Jabba playset. Does not include Jabba, I don't think. That was $7.99. Then the Rebo Band, Cy Snoodles and the Rebo Band, Cy Snoodles, Max Rebo, Droopy McCool, and their instruments. It's on sale, too, for $6.99. Your Friend in the Ranker, $9.99. TIE Interceptor. No way, that's $9.99 with laser lights and sounds. B-Wing Fighter. Wait, the TIE Interceptor is only $9.99? That is wild. Maybe this was after this thing had peaked. B-Wing Fighter, $9.99. Imperial Shuttle, $27.99. I guess in the next page, oh, then there's other ones. Mask, and I don't see the toys yet, but I don't remember. Wheeled Warriors, I don't remember, and the toys are on the next page. So I'll have to see if I remember any of those. They're all around $8. Then Mask, M-A-S-K. I remember this. Illusion is another thing. Mini comic books. Some sort of, I think they're Transformers that, like, I don't know. I think it was a show for like a season or two. It was meant to compete with G.I. Joe. And yeah, I remember some of these toys. I don't, like, there's a gas station that transforms into a base, and regular vehicles that transform. They're like, oh, you thought I was just driving down the street? Nope, I work for, I work for the military industrial complex. Okay, then What do we got here? Some remote control vehicles. We don't have prices yet. We'll get there, though. Remote control vehicles were mostly not great gifts because there was one great one that I'll tell a story to about one day, but wow, they're expensive. $50, most of them. And some of those you couldn't even, like, there's a Firebird at $19.99. Some of them you could, like, control all the directions, but other ones you had to, you could only, like, make them go forward or backwards. Yeah. I don't know. We had remote control vehicles some Christmases or some toys, but I don't know. I like to play with toys, not control, make stories. Obviously, that's how I got here. There's a lot of them, though. They must have been battery-powered vehicles. Then we're getting into, what are those called? Micro machines or what have we got here? Roadmates, $8.99, Roadmates Transport, Roadmates Mini Vehicles. So these were like power, whatever those things were called, micro machines, but they were called Roadmates. Oh, penny power. I remember these ones. These were like things you put a penny in the back and you pulled them backwards and then they would, drive. I didn't have any of these, I don't think, but they were $8.99. Roadmates and penny power. So I remember those. Okay, then, yeah, I guess Roadmates are very similar to Hot Wheels. 25 car collector set, $14.99. Then there was three-wheeling gripping cycles. So those were like, those don't have anything to do with anything else on that page. Roadmates parking garage. We had something like this. One of my brothers, again, my childhood, because my youngest brother was 9 years younger than me, I still played with toys. So, yeah, then a bunch of different vehicles. And then Tonka trucks. Now, Tonka trucks they were gifts that would last. I mean, they were like things that would last years and years and years. We also had one or two of these at our house. One I'm not seeing that definitely lasted like 15 to 20 years. So let's see what we got. So there's the Mighty Crane. We didn't have that one. That's $25. Loadmaster, $14.99. Mighty Dump. We definitely had we've had the Mighty Dump our whole lives. You get a $2 rebate, $17.99 to start. And the Loadmaster, the same thing. Mighty Loader, Mighty Dump, Mighty Dump. You'd be sitting in the sandbox playing with your Mighty Dump, and you might have even done that yourself. Got other ones. There's a Knight Rider 2000. Where's that one? Let's see here. Front loader, $27.99. That's a good thing for, like, a grandparent to buy, like a Tonka truck, because then it would last literally, like, there it is, a string-controlled kit. Kit would speak when you pull a string. Plays the 6 pre-recorded messages, $29.99. Amazing. Then we had more, oh, no, that's the same page. Trying to get past... let's get out of this. Then there was RC cars or what, stock car racing. More stock cars. How much is one? Oh, train sets even. There's a Transformer train set. Oh, wow, $150. So these are like real train sets too. Remote control planes. Oh, remote control cars. I'm looking for one particular remote control car just in case I see it. But I don't think it could come in until, let's see, Cessna, Sky Rally, Grasshopper. Yeah, they didn't have it yet, I don't think. Then, like, kind of building kits. Oh, there's a rock tumbler. How much does a rock tumbler cost? $14.99, $19.99 if you get it with a refill kit. We definitely had a rock tumbler, but we got it at a Oh, they also had the metal detector, the basic one. I think we got one of those from Radio Shack one year. $24.99 at Sears. I do want to get into some of these. Let's see if I can find that glowworm. Then there was science kits. Cool. Those are always cool gifts. Globes. Learning things. Where's some My Little Ponies? Bible on tape. But when you're done playing with your WAR-based toys, kids, after you check out your globe, have a Bible on tape. They really do keep these. This is the binary era, man. Like, I'm having trouble getting through. Okay, so here we go. We get into Barbies here. I don't have a ton of time, so I'm going to try to figure out what toys I played with. I mean, I definitely played with a decent amount of Barbies. My sister had them. I particularly thought Barbies were cool because they had like a full, like rubber. They had like a rubber flesh. Let's see, just cost wise, everything's in the same ballpark. Let's see what that is. Barbie family car, $19.99. That's on sale. 11. Barbie's Loving Home, $24.99. Oh, what's that Barbie, number 3? How much does that cost? Riviera Cycle, that's a Barbie scooter, $7.99. Friction powered, doll not included. And Barbie Corvette was only $4.99. Whoa, Barbie and Oscar de la Renta. Or maybe it's just the clothes. Yeah, $8, $9, $10. Wow. Fashion expression Barbies. Yeah, then a lot of different, like, accessory kits. Wow, a lot of them. Holy cow. 25 kit, 25, Halloween out. Okay. Wow, this, let's see, No Place Like Home. The Fashion Mansion was $49.99. Shopping mall place at $19.99. Oh, this thing was cool. I definitely would have liked this. Barbie Dream House, 6 rooms with furniture, is an A-frame. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think we had it, but I remember seeing it somewhere. Can see some of the doors. That's $104. Yeah, so we definitely didn't have it. Then you had some Barbie pool sets. Oh, yeah, I remember this one, number 7. Barbie's Bubbling Spa. Realistic bubbles and sounds with a pump. $7.99. I remember that. I think I played with it. So I don't know if my sister had it or somebody else. I may have played with a lot of these toys right in the store. There's like gym sets. Then Cabbage Patches. Cabbage Patch Show Pony, $27.99. I never had a Cabbage Patch Kid. And there was one day where you got to bring them to school. But I can see why. I mean, I don't think... my sister had one, maybe. $16.99 is how much Cabbage Patch... Or that's just how much their clothes are. They had their own play sets. But nothing really was super appealing to me. I wanted to see how much Glowworm was. My brother had a Glowworm. Looks like they had other type of Cabbage Patch Kids, Cabbage Patch Couch, Cabbage Patch Rocking Chair. Oh boy, here's what my brother had. Oh no, he didn't have My Buddy, but he had like the generic My Buddy, but My Buddy was really popular. 23-inch tall doll, stuffed body, vinyl face, guaranteed to remain a toy and not gain sentience. $27.99. More Cabbage Patch stuff. Holy cow. I wonder how much Cabbage Patch. Wow, even more. I guess it was like really popular for a few years where it was like people were like waiting in line and stuff, right? Oh, Rainbow Bright. I remember her. Wow, Rainbow Bright has a full-page spread. Definitely remember Rainbow Bright. Oh, wow, Rainbow Bright had a bunch of, like, furniture, too. Rainbow Brights were, like, around $13 to $15. or bigger ones were $20. Champ, Flutter, Spark, Poise, Delight. Then they had Lala Orange, Buddy Blue, Canary Yellow, IQ Sprite, Shy Violet, Romero, Lucky. But yeah, they have Rainbow Bright Furniture. Then Golden Girl and Princess Power. I think one of these was kind of similar to He-Man. It looks like they had a pretty cool castle. Then some sort of robotic cat. Electronic toys, electronic stuff. Oh, pound puppies. My sister had a pound puppy. Let's see which one I don't remember which one she had. Maybe number 6 was a bulldog in 1999. Pound puppy, you're the one for me. Also outfits. So we could finish up with Glowworm, because Glowworm's a good night friend. Then Care Bears. Care Bears were around $17 to $22. This was even when they had the Care Bear cousins, I think, which were non-bear friends of the Care Bears. Care Bear cousins, yeah, $17.99. They said, somebody was like, the Care Bears need a reboot. They said, how about non-bears that care? Then there was the Wuzzles. I remember buying a Wuzzle for my brother one year. So they must have had a pretty long run. Maybe it was a Wuzzle. It rolled up. Wuzzles look like they're a copy of the Care Bears, but they came with a book. Oh, yeah, it could have been this year. Then, Muppet Babies, Sesame Street, some Mickey stuff. Then straight dollhouses like you would put together yourself. Then some equestrian-based toys there. Then round up a passel of ponies. There's tons of My Little Pony stuff. Let's just run through it. Confetti, Flutterby, Tickle, Trickles, Starflower, Pinwheel, Glory, Moon Dancer, Firefly, Surprise, Flash Prance, Pony Love, Pom Pom Party, Snow Angel, Sun and Fun, Sunday Stroll. Okay, let's get here. Let's see. We got to find this Glowworm. I know it was in there somewhere. More My Little Pony. Then, different dolls you could put makeup and things on. Fake kitchens, $44.99. That's always good. My little brother had one, a fake kitchen. I may have even had one that I forgot about, but it was always like having that somewhere. Well, they had a lot of different ones. Some that are like serious. We didn't have like a basement. Oh, this one I always wanted. We never had this. I think we bought this at I remember thinking this would change our life, but I think we bought one at a garage sale. It's the Frosty the Snowman snow cone maker. It was $9.99. But I don't know what it actually did to make snow cones. I think that's why we never got it, and then that's why it was for sale at a garage sale. Then more like kitchen and cleaning stuff. There's a boy vacuuming. There's even a coffee maker with fake coffee or something. Blender, different fake kitchen stuff. Then you have these easy bake oven type things. How much do they go for? Oh, $26.99. But then if you get the bake sets extra and the mixes and stuff, 62 piece bake set, 12 cakes, 16 cupcakes, 2 pans of brownies, $19.99. So there's different degrees of, that was a micro bake oven. Sewing machines. My daughter took sewing lessons. That was a Christmas gift one year. Then little desks, table and chairs for those children that want those. Now I keep hitting the wrong button. Different, furniture for your room. I mean, if we don't see this thing soon, I'm going to have, Scoots, this was the longest episode ever. Yeah. make it and bake it things. These are like, you can make your own sun catchers. $19.99 to start. I don't know if we had that, but I remember seeing it. Wow, music, drum set, guitars, keyboards. Oh, here's the Fisher-Price. Fisher-Price is the $39.99 for the Fisher-Price. The really good, you could get a $4 rebate, though, for the Fisher-Price record player. Then they had one with the radio. It was $59.99. That was the best one. I guess there was another one, too. Oh, no, that's a Sears one. Okay, then, like, different tape sets, like, with different stuff. Camera, Viewmasters. Those are things we'll talk about those one day. Different walkie-talkie sets. Then early karaoke things and microphones and stuff. I don't know if any of that ever worked, but we didn't have any of it. Different TV and VHS things. Says, let your TV do the storytelling. Oh, yeah, VHS Golden Books. Oh, Speak and Spell and Speak and Read. Speak and Math. Those are from the E.T. movie. Then fake computer learning stuff. Talkatron. Don't bring that into your home. That's what I'm here for. Dial a Teacher. WizKid. I remember this. Maybe this was another thing we bought at a garage sale, because then you only have like half the parts, or it doesn't even work. You buy it at the garage sale. You're like, oh, let's get it home and try it out. Yeah, other like learning type devices, few pages of them. Oh, then actual real books. Laura, Little House on the Prairie collection, $18.95. Volume of fairy tales, then books on tape. Wow, they even sold comic books back then. A 30-pack of Marvel comic books, $9.99. Wow, I had no idea. Then board games, but yeah, I'm trying to find this glowworm. Maybe I just do it this way here. I'm going through the, what are these things called? Maybe I just imagined it. You see, Scoot's glowworm didn't come out till 1989. I say, oh, well, no wonder. No, there it is, page 552. We were almost there if I would have practiced some more patience. But we'll finish this up. Glowworm is your good night friend. They say joyful friends. They have a whole page. There's the huggable glowworm and glowworm glimmer and musical glowworm glimmer, with that glimmer with happiness when you squeeze their tummies. My brother Ken had this thing. It was $9.99. Soft machine washable. It was like a nightlight you could hug. Now, the musical one, you definitely didn't want that, $13.99. But the regular glowworm, your good night friend, at $9.99. And then I'm sure somebody said, well, you got to get more toys than that. You can't make them, you can't make your billions with just this. So they tried other stuff that didn't work. There was a glowworm. Pop goes the glowworm. Terrible. You say, okay, now that you're comfortable sleeping with this thing, we're going to make it into that Pop goes a weasel thing. Then there was a glowworm wishing well, kind of like a tummy time toy for babies, $6.99. Then a stack and glow game. So I guess they were like, well, let's get the babies into it early, even though I think glowworm was more of a toddler sleeping in your bed thing. And then a glowworm crawler, $6.99. So I don't know. That's a little bit. Oh, then there's more glowworm type baby toys. But yeah, there's a little bit more. You can always look in there yourself. Oh, it looks like, yeah, they invented some sort of glowworm companions at some point. Glow friends. So yeah, that's a little bit of the holiday, like a thirst, I guess. But in a good way, look back at the 1985 Sears Christmas book. Thanks, everybody. All right, I want to thank everybody who reviewed the show on Apple Podcasts recently. Nameless Max01, hello, Scooter. Love the podcast. Gives me something to focus on instead of my mind taking me where it wants and staying awake. Thank you so much. Your daily dose of confusion is from HD. It's an amazing podcast. I'm 13, but I can't fall asleep once I started. This took about 2 tries now at work. It's less a podcast and more backup noise. 11 out of 10. Stumbler rules. This is amazing. Woke up well rested today. Right amount of silly and clever to distract my main brain. Put me to sleep. Really love this podcast, which I'd founded earlier. Strider the Gamer says, geez, where do I start? Well, for one, the podcast is amazing. It does work for me. Recommended it to all my friends. Who is Scoots? Let's see. Then we have Donnie Biscuits. Dude is awesome. I don't have a lot of trouble sleeping, but man, when I throw this on, I'm out very quickly. Perfect for the boring, dull, mindless yammering. Plus, it's awesome. The podcast was specifically created to put people to sleep. I went back to the first episode. Now I'm working my way forward. I'm happy that there's new episodes on a regular basis. Keep making us fall asleep, homie. Thank you. So thanks, everybody, for reviewing the show. Sleep With Me exists as a free podcast because people that support the show, Patreon, sponsors, referral program, all go a big way to helping the show. So I really appreciate that. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the referral program here. But even if you refer people to podcasts, I mean, you don't have to tell them anything about Sleep With Me. You wouldn't believe how life-changing that's going to be for everybody. Sometimes it takes a little bit for some people to say, hey, let me show you on your phone the app to use. And then let me show you how to search. Now, you could search later. But once people discover podcasts, it really makes a big improvement on their lives. And not just Sleep With Me. Like most people I know don't listen to Sleep With Me. And they get so much out of sleep podcasts because there's something about everything. And there's just a lot of great stuff out there about every interest. So, podcasts, it's what you're listening to, but you're asleep. Podcasts, it's what you're listening to now. So tell people. And here's a little bit about our referral program and some other stuff. Thanks. Hey, everybody, it's Scoots here as I tuck you in. I just want you to know that one of the best ways to listen to Sleep With Me is sleep phones. If you want to support the show, you could get Sleep With Me branded sleep phones at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones. You use a promo code Sleep With Me, one word, to get a discount on there. And there's a bunch of different headbands to choose from, different models to choose from. And sleep phones are definitely the most comfortable way to listen to the show. They're amazing also to wear on planes and in hotels as you travel. I wear mine when I run. And you can check out all the amazing models over at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones. Thanks and good night, everybody. Good night.